What if the greatest moment of your career wasn't just yours? What if someone in the crowd was watching every turn, every gate, every heartbeat, knowing exactly what it took to get there? Because when it was over, what they said didn't just go viral, it meant everything. Mikaela Shiffrin just made history in a way no skier ever has. And the second it became real, her fiancé, Alexander Ahmed Kilder, shared a message that stopped people cold. But here's what most people missed. Those words weren't just about winning. They were about everything it took to survive the moments that almost ended it. And when you understand what both of them went through to get here, this isn't just a victory anymore. It's something far deeper. Let's set the scene. World Cup Finals, Norway. And the energy in Lillehammer is electric. This isn't just any race. This is Mikaela Shiffrin's backyard moment. Racing in front of a crowd that understands skiing the way most people understand breathing. And she delivers. Not just a win, a statement. Shiffrin crosses the finish line and claims victory in the Lillehammer slalom. And with that single run, she locks in her 6th overall World Cup title. 6. Let that number sink in for a second. To put it in perspective, most World Cup skiers dream their entire careers of winning one overall crystal globe. Shiffrin now has 6 of them sitting on her shelf. But what made this season truly different wasn't just the globe. Weeks before Norway, Shiffrin had already done the unthinkable. At the Milan Winter Olympics, she ended an 8-year Olympic medal drought, a stretch that included a heartbreaking 2022 Beijing Games where she left without a single medal. She came back, she trained harder, she stayed focused when the whole world doubted her timeline. And in Milan, she won gold, her 3rd Olympic gold medal in slalom. So when she arrived in Lillehammer, she wasn't just chasing a globe. She was finishing one of the most complete seasons any skier has ever put together. And the best part, she wasn't done yet. Now let's talk about the slalom numbers because this is where things get truly ridiculous. This season, Mikaela Shiffrin entered 10 slalom races. She won 9 of them. 9 out of 10. That's not dominance. That's a different category of athlete entirely. And with that 9th slalom globe, AI now holds the record for the most titles in a single World Cup discipline by any alpine skier in history. Not just women's skiing, any skier ever. Think about what that means. Decades of World Cup history, hundreds of elite competitors, thousands of races, and, snorts, not one person has ever owned a single discipline the way Mikaela Shiffrin has owned slalom. She is not chasing legends anymore. She is the legend. But here's the thing about greatness that people forget. It never comes alone. Behind every record, behind every crystal globe, behind every Olympic gold, there's a story. There are sacrifices. There are people who believed when the outcome wasn't guaranteed. And that brings us to the moment that broke the internet. Stay with us because what Alexander said next you need to hear in full context to truly feel it. Now before we get to the post you need to understand who Alexander Ahmed Kilder is because without that context his words are touching. With that context they hit completely differently. Kilder is one of Norway's most celebrated alpine ski racers. Fast, fearless, and at one point one of the best downhill skiers on the planet. But injuries changed everything. He spent a significant stretch of his career fighting his way back from serious physical setbacks. The kind that make athletes question not just their careers but their identities. The kind where getting back to competition at any level is already a victory. This season Kilder, snorts, made a determined comeback in the 2025-26 World Cup season. He was building momentum. He was finding his form again. And then came Milan, the Olympics, the biggest stage in the sport. The moment every athlete trains their entire life for. Kilder made the hardest decision an athlete can make. He stepped back. Not because he gave up, not because he quit, but because he chose his long-term health over short-term glory. He looked at the bigger picture when every competitive instinct inside him was screaming to race. That decision takes a kind of maturity and self-awareness that most people, athlete or not, spend a lifetime developing. So when Mikaela crossed that finish line in Lillehammer, Kilder wasn't just watching his fiancé win a race. He was watching someone he loves achieve something extraordinary while carrying his own quiet sacrifice in the background. And that is what makes what he wrote next so powerful. After the Crystal Globe was confirmed, Kilder took to Instagram. No long essay, but no carefully crafted PR statement. Just honest, unfiltered words from someone who was there in the crowd watching it all unfold in real time. He wrote, "Even though I cut the season short, I got to be on site for one of the most exciting days I've ever experienced on tour. Mikaela, holy smokes, what a season. So proud and lucky to be a part of your journey at Lee. Your first globe and damn, that was well deserved. Fastest turn on the circuit.
Read that again slowly. So proud and lucky to be a part of your journey.
Not proud of you, not congratulations, lucky to be a part of a journey. This is a man who has stood on World Cup podiums himself. A man who has represented Norway at the highest level of his sport. And in this moment, he's not talking about trophies or titles. But he's talking about the privilege of being close to greatness, of witnessing someone you love become legendary and feeling grateful just to have a front row seat.
That's not a social media post. That's a love letter written in public. And the internet felt every word of it. But what did Mikaela herself say about all of this?
Because here's what's easy to miss when you watch a champion celebrate.
They make it look effortless. They smile for the cameras. They hold the trophy. And the world moves on. What we don't always see is the weight of what they carried to get there.
In an interview with CBS News after her Milan Olympic gold, her third gold medal in slalom, Shiffrin said something that reframed everything. In an interview with CBS News after her Milan Olympic gold, her third gold medal in slalom, Shiffrin said something that reframed everything.
It does feel different. Every Olympics I've been to 4 now.
Every single experience has been wildly different in this slalom race.
It was really a symbol of the work that my team has put in.
My coaches, my staff, my family, all of the supporters. It's never given. And it took a lot of work and a lot of focusing from everyone around me. It's never given.
3 words.
From someone who has now won 3 Olympic golds, 6 overall World Cup titles, and 9 slalom globes.
She still knows after everything.
That nothing is guaranteed.
That the next race could change everything.
That the work never stops.
That mindset, that's not talent, that's character.
And it explains everything about why Kilde used the word lucky. Because when you're standing next to someone who approaches greatness with that kind of humility, you do feel lucky.
No. So, here's what this story was really about. It wasn't just about a crystal globe. It wasn't just about records or statistics or podium finishes.
It was about 2 people, both world-class athletes, navigating sacrifice, injury, setbacks, and the relentless pressure of elite sport.
And somehow, through all of it, showing up for each other.
Kilde gave up his Olympic dream this season to protect his future. Shiffrin carried her team, her history, and the weight of expectation and delivered one of the greatest individual seasons in skiing history. And when it was over in a small Norwegian town with snow still on the ground, the only thing Kilde wanted to say was, "I'm lucky to be part of your journey. If that doesn't get you, nothing will." Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe for more stories like this, can drop a comment below. What do you think made the Shiffrin season her greatest ever?
See you in the next one.